Alright, boom. Presume everyone that has clicked on this video is a producer who wants to make money. Today we're going to be having a bit of a talk about basically how to make as much money as possible from being a producer. I know it's summer now, so people probably have a little bit more spare time or they're more motivated to try new things. So I thought today I'd kind of go through every way in which how I kind of make money as being a producer. So I'm going to talk about some like different kind of income streams that I have at the minute, and also some other ones that I would like to jump into in the future. And before we get into anything, this is not me trying to flex in any kind of way, possible shape or form. Like what I'm going to show is probably absolutely nothing compared to all these top YouTube producers or even just standard producers that make money just from getting placements alone. But I just want to be as transparent as possible with you, man, and actually back some of these things that I'm saying up with some numbers that I'm making as well, you know what I'm saying? Listen, if you're new to the channel, you haven't subscribed, make sure you hit the subscribe button. We're nearly at 13k. All right, the first income stream that is obviously the most obvious. Man said obviously the most obvious. Selling beats. Goal of every producer is to sell beats. And how are you going to sell beats if they're literally sitting on your hard drive and nobody can hear them? The amount of producers that I know personally that have a big chunk of their placements coming from their beats being found on YouTube by artists is crazy. If you're trying to take being a producer as professional and serious as possible, there's no reason why your beats should not be uploaded onto YouTube right now. Not only does it let artists find them, but it actually also helps build your own brand, whether you believe that or not, which we're going to talk about later and why that's very important than being a producer. And if you're consistent with it, and if you're consistent with something, you will constantly see growth. Whether that growth is going to be a large amount of growth or a small amount of growth, growth is growth and growth's important. So you might be sitting there thinking, I have no way of getting my beats onto YouTube. That's where today's sponsor does come in. Probably heard me talk about HANDCLAPS a good few times, and that's because I genuinely do believe in the app. I use it literally every day on my second channel, which actually this app did help me get my ISPOT placement. HANDCLAPS is literally a producer's dream software for uploading beats onto YouTube or Instagram or TikTok, anything like that. It is literally so simple and efficient. You don't have to worry about all these techie settings that you have to change in all these other programs, like 30 FPS, 60 FPS, render settings, audio settings, distortion problems. I've experienced them all in all these other softwares. As you can see, the interface for this program is so simple. You literally select what beat you want to use, you literally select the background for it, you give it a title, and boom, you can literally click export. As of recent, HANDCLAPS has actually been updated where you can customize the video design even more, whereas you can change the font title. You're also able to customize the visualizer now, and not only that, but the render speed has increased incredibly quick. Literally with the 2 clicks of a button, I now have a beat ready to go onto YouTube. Once you have your beat ready to upload to YouTube, this is where you want to use some kind of YouTube tool. For me, I use something called vidIQ. You can install it on Google Chrome, and vidIQ is basically like a smart kind of AI thing. So for people that don't know, YouTube has this tag section. YouTube has this tag section for every video in which you upload, and these tags are going to help show your video in search results. The reason why you want to use vidIQ because it will help show where your video will rank with certain tags. This is where you can maximize your chances of getting these views. Do your own research with vidIQ, look things up about it. You can dive deep. There's so much to learn about it and the whole YouTube algorithm itself. If you want to start uploading consistently to YouTube, then HANDCLAPS is 100% worth the investment as a producer. Also keeps your channel looking very clean as well because all your uploads are going to be the same. If you're interested in this, there is a link at the top of the description or the pinned comment. Like I said, I got my ISPOT placement from doing this method and from also using HANDCLAPS as well. This method of uploading beats to YouTube has made me a little bit of money, not a crazy amount, but I think I've sold maybe somewhere between like 5 to 6 beats from just uploading beats onto a second channel. It really isn't that bad considering my second channel has got like 700 subscribers or something like that, and it doesn't really average that many views either. People still find your beats. You never know who is genuinely looking at your beat. Right, the second income stream I want to talk about is YouTube. Now YouTube for me is kind of broken into many different sections. YouTube can help make me money, and not only just from ad revenue. I mean, from ad revenue alone on YouTube, I make roughly about $200 a month just from ad revenue, just from my main channel ad revenue, which isn't great, let's be honest. That's why you can't rely on just like one stream of income. For me, YouTube opens up various different sources of income. Number one, sponsorships, which of late I'm starting to get companies hit me up for advertising. The higher your reach on YouTube, the higher the amount that the company will give you. Number two, affiliate links. This is where you can join together with like another business or another person, for example HANDCLAPS, and you receive a commission from each sale you help them make. This can be used in so many different ways. Let's say another producer wants you to use his drum kit in a video. You can organize an affiliate deal with him where you get a percentage of the sales that you help make from that video. Number three is drum kits. Now I'm not gonna lie, drum kits is a big chunk of my income, as I'm pretty sure it is a big chunk of income for a lot of other YouTube producers too. Once you have your own bit of an audience or some kind of reach, you can start releasing your own drum kits, your own melody kits, all of this. Let's jump over to BeatStars really quickly and actually like take like a look at some of the drum kit sales. All right, we are jumping over to the first ever drum kit I released, which is the Vaccine Drill Kit. I released this on the 27th of January 2021, and right now we are looking at the first month sales. Taking into consideration, I actually sold a beat on BeatStars for $100 this month as well. So if we take $100 off, we sold $590 worth from the Vaccine Drill Kit. Honestly, from a first drum kit, promoting it on YouTube, but probably like, I think I probably had about maybe 3,000 subscribers, 4,000 subscribers. That's honestly not a bad amount. The thing is with these drum kits, you always just get random sales. So this Vaccine Drill Kit is from 18 months ago, yeah? 18 months. We check here, items sold of the Vaccine Drill Kit over the last 6 months. Now, bearing in mind, I haven't promoted this in way over a year. I probably haven't even talked about this in like 14 months. But in the last 6 months, somehow I still sold 5 items. And listen, I know $75 isn't a lot. At the end of the day, it's still an extra 75 that came from nothing. So you're probably wondering how much I make from BeatStars on like a month-to-month basis. And I'm actually going to be honest with you. I'm going to show you how much I've made in the last 30 days. But the amount literally changes every single month. It depends what I release, when I release, things like that. But in the last 30 days, I've made a gross of $1,300. And this is literally just from drum kits. I would say my average monthly make from BeatStars drum kits is probably around the $1,500 mark. Next thing that YouTube helps me promote is Patreon. I do have a Patreon in which I upload all my FLPs. I have some additional one-to-one services and stuff like that over on my Patreon. And obviously I wouldn't be able to have that Patreon if it wasn't for YouTube. One thing I am looking to actually pursue soon enough is some merch. If anyone that's watching this video that's either like worked with merch before, or you're a designer for merch or anything like that, hit me up because I am looking for a team. So hit me up on Instagram. Third income stream for me is Twitch. And to be honest, this is probably the one I least recommend to anybody that's trying to make money quickly from being a producer. Return on investment in Twitch is ridiculously low. And by that, I mean the amount of hours that you put into Twitch in terms of revenue that you generate back is next to none, especially at the beginning. But what it is worth is if you actually just enjoy streaming and you have a passion for streaming, then it's definitely worth it. But if you're going into streaming with the mentality that I want to make money, you will literally hate it. But what Twitch is actually good for is helping build that loyal fan base. Because when you stream on Twitch, people really get to know you, they interact with you, they get to know you as more of a person than just someone on the internet. So I would say that Twitch is important, but not so much for money wise. I would say on average, I'll probably make maybe like €200 a month just from subs alone on Twitch. But this is from me that's been streaming for like 2.5 years. Don't get me wrong, I've had some absolutely ridiculously crazy months on Twitch where I've made so much money. But like I said, I've been on Twitch for 2.5 years and those months come very, very, very rarely. They're basically all the income streams that I currently have at the minute and which I'm kind of pursuing. But again, this kind of model isn't going to exactly fit everyone. You kind of just got to experiment different ways of making money. For example, you could join Fiverr as a producer and maybe you might pick up a couple of jobs each month, which can help again generate some extra money. Or let's say you're good at Photoshop. Producers always need cover arts done. Charge people to do drum kit covers, loop kit covers, all of that. I've always kind of wanted to do a video like this, but was kind of unsure about how to kind of do it. Because I always get the question from people as in, is this my full-time job? How do I make money doing beats and all of that? And again, this isn't me trying to flex in any kind of way or anything like that. I just wanted to show some kind of numbers because I didn't want to just say all this stuff and then not really have any like numbers to back it up. Once again, shout out to HANDCLAPS for sponsoring today's video. If you do want to start uploading your beats to YouTube, make sure you check the link in the top of the description or the pinned comment. Use my link. You will be directly supporting me and you will directly be supporting yourself. If you found this video interesting, I would appreciate if you leave a like. Got any other questions, please do and put them in the comments. I'll be reading everything. I'll be replying to everything. Run me up on Instagram and Twitch because they're the only things to care about. I'm out. Good luck. See you later.